What is going on, everybody? PrimeTime Fitz here. So, I went and got a new camera. So, give me some, we'll wait for some people to get on here, but give me a little bit of an idea on how everything's coming through. Let me know because I am very curious to see if anything is lagging or how everything is looking. That way I can adjust all these settings if need be. Give me a little bit of time here. Sounds good. Looks good. Appreciate it, Bryson. Chelsea, what's going on? So, is it lagging, guys, or is it pretty much coming through 100%? How's it looking? So, I'll give you guys a little bit of an update on if you guys not obviously you guys noticed, but for the last only good part of a month or so, very little content actually came out. So I ended up doing just a very few videos. It was mostly all trifecta videos of all some of my students that were trifecting and everything like that. So those, I felt that they deserve those. So we are now shooting with the GoPro Hero 9. So you're going to start seeing quite a bit more content. So with a lot more of the content, what we're going to end up getting is we're going to get some better quality video. So you guys are going to get some of the things I planned are we're going to have, let me get some stuff set up. Okay, sorry, I'm a little bit unorganized because all this kind of threw it together every time. But we're going to do a Freightliner walkthrough here very soon. Let me move this over. Whoa, I'm moving. We're going to be doing a Freightliner walkthrough. We're going to be doing a try to see if I can't get a Peterbilt walkthrough. And in order to do that, I might have to go over to the the Kenworth dealership in order to do it. So we will be doing some of those. Obviously, some of the videos we're going to be doing too. I'm going to be trying to get a hold of some of my veteran buddies. I want to try to interview as many of the veterans that I possibly can here at Prime. So obviously, you guys have seen my video already with JC Rose, and I'm still kind of upset that I think he was kind of robbed of that title. I believe that he should have got that new truck, but hey, that's just my humble opinion. But it is what it is. But no, that's obviously some very good Diet Pepsi. If any of y'all know me, I live off of this stuff. So Diet Pepsi, come sponsor me. So, but just to give you guys a little bit of a rundown, I don't think this is going to be a very long live, but I want to start doing these. And obviously, you guys have seen me do these with Twisted Big D. Those I'm going to try to continue to do those almost weekly. So I'm also going to be trying to do my own lives weekly as well. I'm going to see if I would start bringing in some special guests, different instructors, new drivers, anybody that ended up want to come to Prime. If they see me, believe me, I'm not that hard to miss. If they wanted to come out, excuse me, if they wanted to come out, they want to do a video, just come tap me on the shoulder and say, hey, Primetime Fitz, hey, I love watching your videos. I've had a few people do that. Say, hey, come on, let me see if I can't do a video. I would love to do a video with you guys. So sit you down, give you an idea. We can sit here and talk. We can be candid. We can be upfront. Okay, Kevin, every time that I get upset, I don't have to drink something. It gives me a chance to think. So there. But all the different things that we're going to be doing, I have a list sitting right here in front of me, and I don't know why I'm not reading it. But we're going to be, these are some of the ideas for the videos. If you guys have any other ideas, hit me up here on the chat. So we're going to do a video with changes in trucking. As we well know, is that especially within the last, I had a grandfather that was in trucking. Actually, I had two grandfathers that were in trucking. So I know that this industry has changed and is changing quite a bit, especially right now. And I want to go ahead and tap into some of that. So I'm going to tap into some of the changes that we've seen, my ideas on why we've seen those changes and what changes are to come. I know that a lot of people have to talk about the, about the electric trucks and the automated trucks. Everybody is so dead set on these. Let me get a little bit more comfortable here. Are so dead set on these new self-driving trucks. Everybody thinks that they're going to be the end of the truck driver. I personally don't think that, but we'll go ahead and do a video on it. I think I also have some people that are actually in that industry as well as when it comes to the automated trucks and everything like that. So I might see if I can't get a hold of them and see if we can't do some type of live proxy thing. So we'll see what we can do on that. Like I said, we're going to be doing the Freightliner walkthrough. I am, as much as it pains me, I'm going to be doing a international walkthrough. I'm not a big fan of international, but there are people on the channel that have internationals that want to know about the international. So I have no problem going through and be like, hey, this is what it's going to be. So I'm also going to be doing, like I said, the Kenworth walkthrough. You already saw one of my videos, which is college and trucking. I may tap in a little bit more on that. Another one is going to be because as well as we as truck drivers come in contact with law enforcement a lot more than the general public would. So, we're out there on a daily basis. We see them on a daily basis. We're coming into inspection points. We're talking with them. We're interacting with them. So just different dealings with law enforcement, how to deal with that. Because of my background in law enforcement, I can kind of tap in a little bit to that from both sides. Other thing is going to be the safety tips for truck stops. So different ideas on how to make yourself basically make yourself a hard target. And anybody who's been in law enforcement and been in the military knows what being a hard target is. Basically presenting yourself as not an easy person to be taken advantage of. So different ideas, different ways to park, everything like that. So that's going to be coming in as well. Another one is going to be, all right, y'all, clean up your trucks. Now I'm going to be doing a video on that, especially whenever it comes to these instructors. We got to clean our trucks. This is ridiculous. We're not the only ones in these trucks. We have students that we have to have in these trucks. It's getting kind of bad out here, guys, and we got to make sure that we're actually getting on this. And this is one of the reasons and one of the things I'm going to be doing. Another thing is more so like your trucking career. Some of you guys have been trained by me, and you guys have ambitions of being instructors. And I have no problem giving you guys some ideas on on what you guys the things you guys need to know and the things you guys are going to have to basically sacrifice and know before coming into being an instructor. Being an instructor isn't for everybody. And I'll be the first one to tell you that. And a lot of people that are out here on the pad are going to be the same way. This is not for everyone. But if you believe this is for you, I'll basically give you a step-by-step guide on what you guys can expect, what you guys can do to become a successful instructor or trainer. And we'll go more into depth on those. And like I say, your truck driving career, doing a video on that, the progression in the career, as we've known from previous videos on here, Prime is a primarily training company. Yes, we do have flatbed, we do have tanker, we do have intermodal, we have all of these different entities within Prime, yes. But there's also other things that are outside of Prime, because Prime is more so known as a training company. If you aren't really into the training side of it, you may want to look at progressing your career in another way. You can also end up staying here. This is not to say that this is an awesome company to stay with, 100%. But some people may want to do heavy haul. I know we don't really do heavy haul that much. I know that some people would want to do or haul fuel. We really don't haul fuel. So that kind of stuff, and kind of just tapping into it, and is it the right move to make, the different things you want to look for. We've done veterans in trucking. And the last one is going to be more so on the training side, instructions for test day for new instructors. Most of the instructors, whenever we're out here on the pad and we see this, we try to get everybody to be like, hey, you want to try to set your guy up like this. You want to be able to put your chalk out. You want to do all this stuff. And you do learn this in the instructor academy that happens weekly. But after you had your first student, you've been out for 2 weeks, you come back and you kind of forget some stuff. Either you have your tandem slid in the wrong hole, or you're using the wrong trailer. It's this different things like this that you want to look into for basically being successful. So kind of go into why I've been gone. So I went out on the road. I know it's shocking. I went on the road. I had to haul freight. I had to hook up trucks. I had to deliver, open doors. It's crazy. But I went home, went back to California for Thanksgiving. Had a blast. Saw my brother, saw my mom, saw my dad, saw my grandparents. It was outstanding. I loved every minute of it. It was in a really awesome place. Also, if you guys saw the video, I did go to In-N-Out Burger. So I absolutely love In-N-Out Burger. It's one of those things that I wish that I was in California all the time to have it. And a lot of these people don't really know In-N-Out Burger, or they really don't have the In-N-Out Burger bug, if you will, because they weren't born, they don't live on the West Coast. Some people like Whataburger, like we know who like Twisted. He likes that Whataburger. I don't understand. I can't stand Whataburger. Or some people like Crystal. I think that's something that's over in the Southwest. I'm sorry, the Southeast. Then there's some people that are fans of those little white burgers at White Castle. So, I mean, these are all well and good, but I'm an In-N-Out guy. So as you saw, went to In-N-Out Burger, made a little bit of a video on it, but that's really why I've been gone. It took me a while to get back. I got back over here, started getting back into the routine whenever it comes to students. We have a lot of students that are coming through right now. We are in desperate need of instructors right now. We need you guys to come out here and start doing this bad, because we need some good instructors, because we have so many students that are coming through the program right now. We have so many TNTs that are waiting to get onto a trainer's truck. So these are things that to really think about on reasons why you end up wanting to be an instructor. But let me go ahead and catch up over here. My trucking venture, what's up, man? Yeah, Chelsea, you're right. Some of these trucks are disgusting. We'll hit on that. I like it. I like Kevin's idea on that. And I'll go ahead and click on this. I do like Kevin's idea on this. The thing about it is you have to look at the logistics side of it. Doing a 2 week to see the habits, essentially, basically, we already do that. It's kind of like the super solo kind of deal. You want to go out there and kind of see how everything goes. That's why the initial meeting happens. You want to make sure that you're vibing with your instructor or your trainer, that kind of stuff. So that's kind of there. Monthly photos for cleanliness. I don't disagree with that. And I've been bringing this stuff up. If anybody knows me, especially as an instructor, I am big on the cleanliness of the truck deal. I don't know if it's maybe because prior military, I don't know. It's just I think it's disrespectful if you're an instructor to have a trashy looking truck or trashy inside and you want to bring somebody else in there and expect them to have to deal with your crap. I'm not all about that. But that's a good idea. Sorry. There are, yep, there are some instructors that do end up falling through the cracks. There's instructors that want to come out here and instruct that don't know how to do it. And there's a lot of different stuff out here for information when it comes to it and everything like that. And there's a lot of information, especially on YouTube. There's a bunch of it. Cookout in South Carolina. You invite me to a cookout? Is that what this is? Or is this a joint that's out there in South Carolina? I don't go to South Carolina very much, but I do end up having a lot of students from South Carolina and North Carolina. I think I'm like their state's instructor. I don't know. That in Florida. Coming to Prime next week. That's what I'm talking about, man. Come on out. Believe me, I'm 6'5", kind of pushing 300 pounds. I am very noticeable. Come out, say what's up to me. You're gonna go through orientation. Orientation is gonna be a week long. Just push through it. I know it's tough. It's gonna be like death by PowerPoint. You're gonna be doing a lot of computer work. You're gonna be running from place to place to place. Just deal. That's all I can say on that one. But you made a right decision. You're coming to a great place. You're coming to an awesome place, especially when it comes to facilities wise, and even how Prime takes care of their people. You made the right decision. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Woke up for 15. I need to go to bed. Oh, that's a joint. Okay. Oh, gotcha. That's what I'm talking about. We'll be coming out to Prime 1 after New Year's. Man, come on out. I gotta tell you one thing. I was looking at the weather that's coming up for Missouri. It's here in Springfield. It is going to be cold this weekend. I'm talking it's talking about getting down into the single digits lows. I'm like, man, this is cold as heck. All these Florida people are going to go crazy. We always make the joke that you see all the Florida people walking over to the company store freezing whenever it gets like down to like 60 degrees. And then they come back looking like a whole bunch of minions with that really big coat. So it's fun to watch the people try to acclimate to it. I've had a lot of students even from Haiti and from Jamaica and everything like that, and they're used to warm weather on a constant. And that warm weather, and it comes to cold, man, these guys are in agony. They're just like, why is it so cold? And it's just, well, man, it's the Midwest. Welcome to the Midwest. But yeah, like I can tap into a little bit on the safety tips for truck stops because it's a good thing to have. Actually, we'll talk with. We'll do that first. The safety tips. As we know, that a lot of these places that we go into, the truck stops and everything like that, they can look scary. Believe me, they can look scary, especially when you're not used to this. Whenever you've been, I wouldn't say necessarily be sheltered, but you've been at home for a good portion of it. And this is the first time you're really coming out into the world. You're alone and it's a dark place. It's a dingy place. It smells. And you're like, I don't really want to get out of the truck. Park in a well-lit area. That's the number one thing I can tell you to make sure that you're not a victim is park in a well-lit area. Park in a well-lit area. Look around whenever you go to get out of the truck. Keep your truck locked at all times. I do know that there's some people that put the seatbelt through the door in order to make sure that it stays shut, or if somebody tries to break in. I can understand that. Just keep an eye. See, we got some North Carolina people. See, y'all talking about this cookout deal. See, none of us know what the heck you're talking about. So y'all can talk amongst yourselves. But look around before you get out of the truck. Look around before you get out of the truck as you walk. When you're getting close to the facility, walk like you got a purpose. Walk like, I wouldn't say like walk like you're not somebody to mess with, but I mean, walk with a purpose. Don't look like you're lost. Just go in there, beeline, come back. I say it's almost kind of like I'm talking to kids, but it's like, don't talk to strangers. But just be smart. Here's another one. If you go inside to get an advance or something like that, do not come out counting your money. That's like basically, hey, look at me, look what I got. No. That's basically saying, hey, come try and take this money from me. That's exactly what this is saying. So think about that. Don't really take a lot of cash into the truck stop. Leave cash in the truck. Only take what you need, card, everything like that. Take what you need in there and come back out. We have a lot of technology nowadays, especially when it comes to a lot of the apps and everything like that, to where you can set up basically almost like set up an appointment to go get your shower, and then don't go in there until right before you're about to take a shower. This is stuff like this that is going to help you out in the long run. Yeah, Brooks up there in that 9-degree weather. Don't worry, it's coming down here. It's coming down here, and it's going to get hot and heavy pretty quick. Well, I guess they do, and they have a long-term parking for drivers. There you go. There we go. That's a good question right there. Man, I keep looking at that. He almost look like my brother. That's crazy. Kyle, if you're watching, that dude looks just like you. So I'm driving my car from South Georgia. Is it going to be a place I can leave my car in a safe place when I get on the truck? Yes. You're going to be able to park in long-term parking. There's 2 long-term parkings, actually 3. There's one that's close to the pad. There's another one that's the original long-term parking that is over by where the shuttle is going to take you in and out of the main entrance off of Mayfair. And then we also have another long-term parking lot, which was something that the DAB and Thomas Miller got to give it up. He is one that really pushed for it. Over at Prime East, we do have additional parking that's over there as well. So there is places for you to park. What you're going to have to do is you're going to end up getting a parking pass, which they're going to talk about that in orientation. You're going to get a parking pass. You're going to put a little sticker on there, and then you're going to park in a parking spot. Don't be like a bunch of these other dudes that are parking on the curb and make it hard for people to actually get down into the transfers to actually transfer their stuff from their car to a truck. Don't be like that. Don't be that guy. If anybody from the military that was seeing all those things, don't be that guy. Believe me, there's a lot of those guys. But there is a place for you to park your car whenever you come here. And for the most part, like they really don't get messed with. There are sometimes you may get a door ding or something like that with somebody just flinging their car door open or something to that effect. But I can tell you from my own personal experience, I have not heard of a single time that a car has been stolen or messed with here on our long-term lots. So that's your best way of what I can talk about. Yeah, man, 9 degrees. You guys, and another one of these videos I'll probably end up bringing up is going to be winter driving. So winter driving, it is among us right now. And if anybody has been up there, especially like OTR Brook, up there in Wyoming and everything like that, in Nebraska, it's getting cold. It's getting nasty. You are the captain of your own truck. That's the way Prime teaches it. And everyone's like, well, I got to get this load. I got to get this load here. I don't want to get it late. I don't want to get it late, blah, 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 blah. Prime will still pay you. There's no load that is too hot that it won't cool off in a ditch. That's what Prime says. So if you end up thinking it's unsafe for you to drive, find a safe place to pull over. Call dispatch. Tell them, let them know that you are stopping, and you're still going to get paid for it. Now, don't be like there's only one snowflake on the ground, like, oh my God, I can't drive. But you're still going to get paid. Yep, Brooke, that's a good point. Mind your business and act like you know what you're doing. Keep a low profile. Very, very true. Very, very true. That's another way that you can end up staying safe. Looks like some of these, I apologize. Looks like some of these comments are actually coming in kind of slow, but I'll keep up with them as best I can. But all of these things considered, you can be safe, be smart I get kind of, my brain goes all the time. So whenever you're talking about the winter driving side of it, stay away from packs. I'll tell you that. Stay away from packs as you're driving down the road. You've seen these things on a constant basis. A whole line of these trucks that are just back to back to back, driving all the way down the way. Stay away from those, because the thing is, the lead truck is going to throw up nothing but dust, snow dust. It's going to be hard to see. In your stopping distance, you're not going to be able to stop in time before you smash into the back of these trucks. And this is why we get these massive pileups on a constant basis. Mind your speed, drive your own truck, meaning that don't go based on everybody else around you. Drive your truck. That's the way that it needs to. If you decide that you want to get out there to drive it, drive your truck. Don't go based on everybody else. If you're getting passed on a constant basis, we're Prime. We get passed on a constant basis anyway. Don't take that as a fact that now those guys, for instance, I was driving in Wyoming. There's a person, the driver is coming up on my side. It's snowing. It's hard to see in front of me. And I got this long-nosed Pete that comes up on my driver's side and blows past me going at least 80 miles an hour. And guess what? About 45 miles up the road, he's in the ditch, flipped over. So this is the stuff that happens. But that doesn't have to be you. I can say that right now. It does not have to be you. Drive your own truck. Get weather apps. Weather apps. I have numerous weather apps. And I can just tell you right off the bat. I have my radar, which is actually the radar that a lot of storm chasers use. And that stuff it's great. It shows me snow patterns. It shows me predictions. It's pretty interactive, especially whenever I think it's better than the Weather Channel app. I really do. I have the Colorado DOT. I have Caltrans Quick Map. I have the Wyoming DOT, Washington State DOT, Missouri DOT, Nebraska 511, which is their DOT. I have Utah DOT, New Mexico DOT, and Arizona DOT. Especially at Colorado and California, it'll tell you like all the main passes and everything like that. So making sure that you know when you go to get into these high passes that if they have chain requirements in effect and everything like that. And a lot of these too, especially Washington's app. Washington's app actually has a lot of cameras. So you can end up seeing where what the snow is looking like at different locations going up the pass. So I mean, it's great when it comes to that. But use these apps. set up notifications, everything like that, to where whenever you're driving down the road, that you can get notifications and it'll let you know, and that way you can plan accordingly. And when I say plan accordingly, pre-plan. So when I say pre-plan, what I mean is, if you're going over I-70 in the winter and you decide that you want to be that courageous, you're going over I-70 in the winter, look at the app, see if there's a storm that's coming in that area. Because the thing is, in order to get from one side, from Denver going up over 70 and trying to get to 15, that's a good portion of the day. And like, that's almost an entire day of driving. And that's mostly all going up and down big grades, tight turns, everything like that, and going all the way up to 11,500 feet. Look at it. Don't be one of these guys that you're halfway up there, and then you get stuck. Be smart. Also, probably another one of the video that we'll talk about is pre-trip. One of the pre-trip videos, I'm actually going to do a pre-trip video now that I have the GoPro. I'm actually going to do, I have the head mount. I'm going to do my pre-trip or air brake test. That way that people can end up using that. But we're going to end up talking about we'll talk about the incident that happened in Denver, coming off of 70, and won't necessarily get into the political aspects of it, but we'll get into why he got the 110 years, why he got what he got. Because there's more to it than what people are reading into, and I'll kind of bring that stuff up. So I'll actually put that in one of my clips here. Hold on a second, that way, because my mind, I'll forget. So hold on. There we go. So that'll be another one of the videos that we'll talk about. Buck Nasty asks, does the first trainer we're going to have allowed to use GPS to help us? In a way, yes. So what you're going to have, especially on your first, with your first trainer, there are some trainers that they don't like to use GPS. There's very few of those that don't like using GPS, but there are some of those, and they may not want you to necessarily use it. They want you to focus on driving. So each individual trainer is going to have their own way of doing things. Me, if we end up going on a run or something like that, I will show you the basics of it, but I want you to primarily focus on getting your CDL. That's what I'm there for. That's what we're going to make sure that you do. So it just, like I said, in all that, just kind of depends. See, that's what I'm saying. She's up in that snow right now. So, I mean, that's another thing too, is you also want to keep your windshield clean. There's a lot of people that have those heated windshields, and I didn't have them on there. I think if I have to have heated windshield wipers, and I'm having a hard time keeping the ice off my windshield, I think it's probably time for me to stop. But that's just me. Trucker Presley, is there any bonuses for going? What do you mean there, dude? Any bonuses for going? You mean talking bonuses? You talking about for going into the snow and everything like that? I don't think so. Because there's bonuses for going to the Northeast and everything like that, but that just doesn't matter if it's during the winter or not. Prime's not going to pay you incentive. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I was gonna say that. Okay, your second one makes sense. Is there any bonuses for going lightweight truck for reefer? Yes. You do get I believe it's an extra 10, I think it's 5 to 10 cents a mile I want to say it's an extra 5 cents a mile. I'm pretty sure on that one. Me personally, I can't do a lightweight. I am too big. But yes, you can. You do get bonuses for going lightweight. Right now, for the most part, I've seen most people, they're getting put into full sizes. And I don't know I think that's primarily because of the shortages of trucks that we have right now. So I've been seeing more people get into full size condos than I have lightweights here in a while. We do have trucks that are on order. It's just, you got to realize that a lot of these truck companies, a lot of these truck manufacturers, they're backed up all the way to 2020. They're trying to fulfill orders that they said they could fulfill back in 2020, and now we're about to be in 2022, and they're still working on those. So it's, yeah. But there's a chance that you could be going into a lightweight and you do get paid extra for that. Yes. Not for flatbed, because they don't put the headache racks onto the lightweights. So if you're going to go flatbed, it's going to be a full size. 8. There's a lot of people that are scared to go through passes. The thing about it is too, I would want to go through the pass. I was scared whenever I first went out. And mind you, I was going out in the manual, and I went out right around this time of the year, and I was scared to go over it. But the thing was, what I ended up doing, I pushed myself. But also I went up there whenever it was winter. I'm sorry, when it was spring. Whenever I went up there and it was beautiful, and I kind of got an idea of what it looks like without the snow, and then I went up there in the snow. I went over Donner in the snow, and that was actually pretty beautiful. And you got to look at a lot of these different DOT, these road crews, especially whenever it's a place that you know that you're going to have snow on a constant basis. And these guys are used to the snow. So Vale, Cabbage, and like Donner, these guys are used to having this type of snow. These guys are used to getting it cleared as soon as possible and getting it cleared safely. So if I was going to go on any pass whenever it comes to snow, I would go through a state that actually has it on a constant basis. Condos are the best, hands down. Yeah, I'm kind of biased. Why they call it a headache rack. So don't quote me on this, but I do know that the main reason that they're called the headache rack is that basically it's helped as a protection for the stuff that's sitting on the flatbed, to make sure that if it was unsecured or wasn't secured properly, that it doesn't roll through the cab and end up hurting the driver. So I've heard that. I'm pretty sure that's why they call it the headache rack, but I'm not a flatbedder. All I do is close doors. So, all right, Buck Nasty, man. I will see you whenever you get out here, man. Come out here, hit me up. Like I said, easy to see. And normally I do end up trying to talk to the PSD class whenever you guys come over here down to the pad. Myself, Justin Homiston, we try to talk to you guys. So you'll be seeing me. So good luck during orientation, man, and I'll see you later. Which actually, that's a good idea. I'm thinking about probably getting off of here. I'm flipping tired, man. I got to wake up in the morning. But like I said, you're going to be seeing some really cool videos coming through with this GoPro. I'm going to adjust these settings a little bit because I don't understand like the whole lagging deal. I don't think that it should be lagging. I probably have to adjust my frames per second and everything like that. So we'll go about that. Oh, it's cabbage before you realized it, before people did. Well, yeah, and this is a good point right here. There are some of these passes that you don't know what they are until you're on them. So Vale is also known as or Loveland Pass. That's I-70 going over just outside of Denver, going over towards 15. Basically splitting, going over the Rockies. That's Vale / Loveland. You have Cabbage, which is separating. It's in Oregon, right before you come into Washington, just outside of Pendleton. That one's decent. And the reason that one I would even consider it easier, just because the fact is that they tell you what the speed that you need to go, and especially with these new freight liners, we have descent assist, that it basically helps hold you at that speed all the way down. Um, but there's all these different passes that there's Mount Eagle that you don't really because it's all it says on there. It says Mount Eagle, and it's this town name of a town, but that's another pass going into, I believe it's down in Georgia. So I've done that one a few times. That one's not necessarily that bad. Just you got to watch your speed on it. And that's all with all these things. And I tell all my students this: you want to be the speed that you want to be at the bottom of the hill, at the top of the hill. So meaning that it's easier to maintain a speed than it is to try to bring it back down. So, but Bear Pass is another one. It's windy next to a river. Yeah, Tracker Pressy, you might want to get up there to Wyoming and then start talking to me about windy. Wyoming, that'll blow you over. And heck, we even had some trucks blow over in Texas. We had some trucks that were getting blown over in Colorado, and we had 100+ mile an hour winds. These winds are crazy, and I would not get out here in these winds, especially whenever you're light. Anything over 35 to 40 mile an hour gust, I'm parking it, man. I'm sorry. I ain't risking it. If it's loaded, anything above 60, I can, 60 to, if I look out the back of the truck, or if I look out the side mirrors and I see that my trailer's kind of tilted a little bit, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's time to pull off, especially if it's loaded. I-80 in the snow, that one's pretty good. Yeah, they see all these different, Primes there might be slow for streaming. Yeah, I think that might be the case. Too windy. Okay. But all right, guys, I think I'm gonna get off of here. Wyoming's not for the faint of heart. It's not, but get used to it, man. That's Trucker Central. So that's probably one place that you'll probably be going more than anywhere else, is probably I-80 going over Wyoming, especially going down into Utah and everything like that. But that's it for me, guys. I'm going to be signing off. But when you're out here, hit me up. Send me some messages. My email is in the link as well. Shoot me an email, what kind of stuff that you guys would want to see videoed, and just general questions. Also, if you guys end up wanting to come out here to Prime, I appreciate you using me as a reference. Hit me up. Come out here. We can try to do some business together. We can get paired up. Come out here and be a truck driver, man. Hit me up. Any of my veterans, hit me up. I got some stuff for you. But I'll be seeing you guys next time. All right. So I want you all to drive safe.